Hi everyone, this is JP Singh. I welcome you all on my channel Medicos Marathi. Hope you all are happy and healthy. My dear friends, today we are going to discuss mixed bag questions of ophthalmology FMG 2017 to 2020. So आज हम कुछ मिक्स्ड बैग क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करने वाले हैं ऑफ्थेल्मोलॉजी के FMG के 2017 से 2020 तक के जो क्वेश्चन आ चुके हैं उन्हीं में से कुछ मिक्स बैग क्वेश्चंस हम क्या करेंगे आज डिस्कस करेंगे. बिफोर स्टार्टिंग और डिस्कशन आई वांट टू से दैट इफ यू आर न्यू टू माय चैनल then you do subscribe to my channel and press on notification bell icon so that you not miss any update upcoming in future and other update for my channel that every day 4 videos are uploaded. First in morning time, that is question of the day at 15-second video, and after that in evening as 7 p.m. video, that is drug of the day, that is approximately 40-second video, and in that drug name, class of drug, mechanism of action, okay, and brand name of drug is uploaded. After that this mixed bag session is uploaded, and after uploading this mixed bag session another video, that is image of the day 10 to 15-second video, again uploaded, and all these videos are targeting upcoming exams. It can be FMG, INISET, okay, it can be next NEET PG. So it all videos are targeting all upcoming exam. Okay, so let's start our discussion. Question number 1, which is therapeutic indication of keratoplasty? Examiner given you here 4 option as usual, and examiner is asking therapeutic indication for keratoplasty, and the correct answer for this question will be option number B. Perforated corneal ulcer is therapeutic indication for keratoplasty. Okay, and why it is a therapeutic indication? Because it replaces inflamed cornea and maintain structural integrity of eyeball. That's why it is a therapeutic indication. And if we see optical criteria, then it will improve vision, it will improve opacity. Okay, so these criteria are improved by keratoplasty. Okay, and perforated corneal ulcer here is a therapeutic indication. Let's move to our next question. Next question is how many years does it take to develop retinopathy in type 1 diabetes mellitus? So examiner is asking time period. It can be 1 to 5 years, 6 to 10 years, 11 to 15 years, 16 to 20 years, and the correct answer for this question will be option number A, 1 to 5 year. So 1 to 5 year it will take to develop retinopathy in type 1 diabetes mellitus. So correct answer for this question will be option number A. If there is time period asked for type 2 diabetes mellitus, then what you will say? It will be decided at the time of diagnosis. So time period for type 2 diabetes mellitus, if examiner is asking how many years does it take to develop retinopathy in type 2 diabetes mellitus, then it will be decided according to or at the time of diagnosis. Okay, and in this we can generally say that it will take 1 to 5 years. So let's move to our next question. Next question is newborn is hypermetropic by option number A, 1 to 2 diopter, 2 to 3 diopter, 3 to 4 diopter, and 2 to 4 diopter. So my dear friends, correct answer for this question will be which option? You have to choose a correct choice. Newborn is hypermetropic by. So the correct answer for this question will be option number B. It will be 2 to 3 diopter. This question is repeated 3 times. Okay, and previous question means the question number 1, that question is also repeated 2 times. Here it is repeated 3 times. Examiner asked same question, just change a little bit statement. Okay, in when it is repeated, examiner asks the hypermetropic condition in newborn is by 2 to 3 diopter, 3 to 4 diopter. So here the correct choice will be 2 to 3 diopter. Okay, so let's move to our next question. So our question is what is best management for this patient? So examiner is simply asking the best management for particular image given, and this is a patient, and examiner is asking best management for this question. First, you must know that what condition is shown in this image. Okay, if you know this condition, then you will surely take a correct answer according to management. Okay, so my dear friends, this condition which is shown in image, it is fungal keratitis. It is fungal keratitis. Okay, so it is fungal keratitis, and the correct management for this fungal keratitis will be option number C. 5% natamycin eye drop will be recommended, and send the corneal scraping for culturing. Okay, so here the management will be option number C. What is our next question? So our question is, drug of choice in eye and trachoma in endemic areas will be option number A, option number B, option number C, or option number D. So my dear friends, correct choice will be option number D, azithromycin. Azithromycin will be a correct drug of choice in eye in trachoma in endemic areas. Option number A, option number B, and option number C. These all three options, erythromycin, clindamycin, and ganciclovir, all three options are used topically. Okay, all these three options are used in case of topical treatment. And but here the drug of choice for endemic areas in trachoma will be azithromycin. So our discussion is also complete. Let's move to next. So our question is, a child present with night blindness, delayed dark adaptation, which investigation to be done further to confirm diagnosis, and examiner given you here four options and you have to choose one correct choice, and the correct choice for this question will be option number B, ERG, electroretinogram. Electroretinogram will confirm your diagnosis for this case. So my question is, what this condition do you diagnose? What is this condition? If you diagnose by ERG, electroretinogram, if electroretinogram is correct choice, then you have to tell name of that disorder what you diagnosed. So the diagnosis will show you that it is case of retinitis pigmentosa, because E RG, it is gold standard for diagnosing retinitis pigmentosa, and here according to children condition, night blindness and delayed dark adaptation, all these are showing that it is a case of retinitis pigmentosa. What another question examiner asked, the question of retinitis pigmentosa again repeated, but that time examiner asked about on examination which pattern you will see, then you will say that you will see arterial attenuation. Arterial attenuation will be seen on examination. You will also see pale waxy disc, arterial attenuation, and bone spicule pigmentation. So these three triad are seen on examination. If we talk about clinical feature of retinitis pigmentosa, then it can be ring scotoma, tubular vision, nyclotopia. Okay, so these two things are very important, and this topic is repeated two times. What is our next question? Our next question is, drug contraindicated in keratitis. So examiner is asking simple question, drug contraindicated in case of keratitis. Keratitis, it is a very important topic. It is repeated many times. This topic, every time examiner asks question from this topic from 2017 to 2020. So here the correct answer will be option number B. Steroid are contraindicated in case of keratitis. So my question is, why steroid are contraindicated in case of keratitis? Is there any reason? Because reason होगा तभी तो contraindicated है ना. तो reason क्या है? So my dear friends, this drug is contraindicated because it will cause perforations. So ये जो स्टीरोइड है ये क्या लीड करते हैं? परफोरेशन कोज करते हैं, इसलिए क्या है? कॉन्ट्रा इंडिकेटेड है किस केस में? कीरेटाइटिस में. So this question is also covered. Let's move to next question, and the next question is cherry red spot. is seen in? Cherry red spot seen in which of the following? So you have to choose one correct option, and the correct option for this question will be option number A, central retina artery occlusion. It will be CRAO, central retina artery occlusion will show you cherry red spot. Okay, now my question is, what other places you can see cherry red spot? If examiner gives you other option, like if examiner give you Niemann-Pick disease, then you will say you can also see cherry red spot in Niemann-Pick disease. So let's make a list that where you can see cherry red spot. So first one is your option number A, CRAO. After that you can see in trauma, you can see in Tay-Sachs disease, you can see in Gaucher disease, you can see in Niemann-Pick disease, you can see in Sandhoff disease. So I am repeating once again: CRAO, trauma, Niemann-Pick disease, Tay-Sachs disease, Sandhoff disease, Gaucher disease. So in all these conditions you will see cherry red spot. So this question is also done. Let's move to next question, and next question will be here: which of the following is most common ocular presentation of Marfan syndrome? So examiner is asking most common presentation of Marfan syndrome, and that is ocular presentation. So you have to choose one correct ocular presentation, one most common ocular presentation of Marfan syndrome, and that will be option number C. Option number C will be correct choice, and option number C is subluxation of lenses. Okay, subluxation of lenses. It is a most common ocular presentation of Marfan syndrome. Most common site of subluxation in Marfan syndrome, it is superotemporal. Superotemporal region, it is most common site for subluxation of lens in Marfan syndrome. Subluxation, it is seen in homocystinuria, and that is inferonasal. And you can see keratoconus, it is also seen in Marfan syndrome. Keratoconus भी Marfan syndrome में देखा जा सकता है, लेकिन जो मोस्ट कॉमन कंडीशन होगी, जो मोस्ट कॉमन ऑक्यूलर प्रेजेंटेशन होगी, वो होगा ऑप्शन नंबर सी. सो ऑप्शन नंबर सी करेक्ट है. इसके साथ ऑप्शन नंबर ए भी सीन होगा, लेकिन मोस्ट कॉमन नहीं है. ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन भी हो चुका है, और इसकी जो साइट है वो साइट क्या है? सुपेरो टेम्पोरल रीजन. So this question is also done. What is next? Note a characteristic of open angle glaucoma. So examiner is asking a characteristic which is not for glaucoma. You have to choose not answer here. मतलब जो आंसर यहाँ पर गलत है, जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक नहीं है किसका? ओपन एंगल ग्लोकोमा का, उसको चूज करना है. एंड दैट ऑप्शन विल बी ऑप्शन नंबर डी, डिस्क इडेमा. डिस्क इडेमा, इट इज नॉट अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ ओपन एंगल ग्लूकोमा. सो व्हाट आर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ ओपन एंगल ग्लूकोमा? ऑप्शन नंबर ए, यस, हाई आईओपी विल बी characteristic for open angle glaucoma. If we write in units, then it will be greater than 22 mmHg. It will be greater than 22 mmHg. So it will be greater than 22 mmHg. And option number B, it is also a correct characteristics for open angle glaucoma, that is increased cup disc ratio. Yes, that you can also say it as visual field defect, and after you can also say it as optical disc change. Okay, and option number C is visual field defect. So there are three characteristics for open angle glaucoma. First one is increase in IOP, second one is visual field defect, and third one is optic disc changes, that you can see increase cup disc ratio. So this question is also done. Let's move to next question. A 5-year-old child present with chronic ephora, what is next step of management? So a 5-year-old child is present with chronic condition of ephora, and you have to choose next step of management. Okay, so what will be the next step of management here? So my dear friends, next step of management will be option number D. Dacrocystorhinostomy. Dacrocystorhinostomy will be a next step of management, and it is a conjoining of lacrimal sac via bony window directly into nasal mucosa. This treatment is done only after age of 3 years, and you can see in short DCR. डेक्रोसिस्टोराइनोस्टोमी को हम क्या बोल सकते हैं शॉर्ट में DCR. DCR हम कब कर सकते हैं आफ्टर 3 ईयर ऑफ एज. इट इज नॉट इंडिकेटेड बिफोर 3 ईयर एज. सो इसका जो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है इसको हम करेंगे कब आफ्टर 3 ईयर एज. बिफोर 3 ईयर एज इट इज नॉट रिकमेंडेड. 3 साल से पहले हम इसको नहीं कर सकते हैं. बच्चा कितने साल का है 5 साल का. तो इसमें जो रिकमेंडेड ट्रीटमेंट होगी वो क्या है डेक्रोसिस्टोराइनोस्टोमी. So this question is also done. Let's move to next question, and here you go. Beta blockers should be avoided in all condition except. So examiner is asking exception. मतलब एक ऐसी ऑप्शन है जो क्या है एक्सेप्शन है, जिसमें क्या है should be avoided in all. उसमें क्या होगा अवॉइड नहीं करना है. So वो कंडीशन क्या होगी, वो कंडीशन होगी ऑप्शन नंबर ए. So in case of glaucoma, it is a glaucoma, beta blocker should be avoided in all. So it is avoided in option number B. It is avoided in option number C. Diabetes, COPD, peripheral vascular disease. So option number B, C, D में अवॉइड करेंगे. ऑप्शन नंबर ए ग्लूकोमा में अवॉइड नहीं करेंगे. बीटा ब्लॉकर आर कंसिडर्ड मेन स्टेट ट्रीटमेंट of primary open angle glaucoma. Okay, so in this case it can't be avoided. Beta blockers act as vasoconstriction, so this must be avoided in peripheral vascular disease like Berger disease, BUERGER, Asperger's disease. Beta blocker mask the symptom of hypoglycemia in patient having anti-diabetic medicine. So डायबिटिक की केस में भी क्या है अवॉइडेड हो जाएगा. बेटा ब्लॉकर डज ब्रोंकोकंस्ट्रिक्शन इन पेशेंट ऑफ सीओपीडी विच वर्सन द डिजीज. सो सीओपीडी में क्या कर रहा है डिजीज को वर्सन कर रहा है. डायबिटीज में क्या है प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर रहा है. पेरिफेरल वेस्कुलर डिजीज में भी क्या है प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है. सो ऑप्शन नंबर बी सी डी में अवॉइडेड है. ग्लूकोमा क्या है ग्लूकोमा जो होता है प्राइमरी एंगल ग्लूकोमा उसमें क्या है ट्रीटमेंट में हेल्प करता है, इसलिए ऑप्शन नंबर ए में अवॉइडेड नहीं है. बाकी सब में क्या है अवॉइडेड है. What is next question? A patient wearing contact lens since 2 years developed decrease in vision and redness of eye. What could be the cause? So examiner is asking simply. A patient is wearing contact lens since 2 years, develop a decrease in vision and redness of eyes. What could be the cause? And the cause will be option number A, bacterial corneal ulcer. So it is case of bacterial corneal ulcer because the man have manifestation like decrease in vision and redness of eye, and where you can see giant, where you can see in case of giant papillary conjunctivitis. In this you will see there will be the patient will have redness of eye while being wearing contact lens. Okay, but the patient will not present with decrease in vision. So ऑप्शन नंबर सी है. इसमें क्या होगा कॉन्टेक्ट लेंस होगा, रेडनेस ऑफ आई भी होगी, ठीक है, लेकिन जो डिक्रीज होगा विजन में वो नहीं होगा. सो ऑप्शन नंबर सी तो होगा नहीं, ठीक है. ऑप्शन नंबर सी नहीं है तो करेक्ट जो ऑप्शन था वो क्या है हमारा ऑप्शन नंबर ए है बैक्टीरियल कॉर्नियल अल्सर. ऑप्शन नंबर सी हमने क्यों देखा क्योंकि इसमें कुछ जो मैनिफेस्टेशन थी वो मैच कर रही थी. वो क्या था कॉन्टेक्ट लेंस यूज कर रहा था और जो रेडनेस थी आई की वो सीन हो रही थी, लेकिन डिक्रीज ऑफ विजन है वो सीन नहीं हो रहा था. वो किस में होता है बैक्टीरियल कॉर्नियल अल्सर. एंड बैक्टीरियल कॉर्नियल अल्सर इट इज कोज्ड बाय स्यूडोमोनास, a bacterial organism cause it maximum in contact lens wearer, and that bacterial organism is pseudomonas. What is our next question? Identify the image. You have to identify this image, that you have to diagnose, you have to tell that what this image is showing. Here you can see correctly what this image is showing you, and I am giving you little bit hint here, and you must understand that what is this. Okay, I am giving you hint and you have to tell me a correct answer because images are very important these days. So my dear friends, the correct answer for this question will be Option number A, it is a case of retinoblastoma. It is a case of retinoblastoma. In case of retinoblastoma, if I draw a short diagram like this, it is shown here. Okay, it is also shown here. Okay, a wheel and spoke appearance. Okay, it is of wheel and spoke appearance like this. You can see a wheel of bike or wheel of car. Okay, this is center. Okay, and after center you will see like this this and after this circle, and in this circle in between you will see little dots like a wheel of car or wheel of vehicle. Okay, so it will seem like appearance of wheel and spoke appearance, and it is a correct choice रेटिनोब्लास्टोमा. रेटिनोब्लास्टोमा में हम क्या है ये अपीयरेंस देखेंगे. हॉलमार्क ऑफ रेटिनोब्लास्टोमा इज बेस्ड ऑन पैथोलॉजिकल फाइंडिंग ऑफ फ्लेक्सनर विटनर रोजेटी. ओके, सो ये क्वेश्चन भी हो चुका है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 क्या है? A 15-year-old boy present to clinic with difficulty in coordination of movement and abdominal pain. On further examination, a copper deposition in a ring form is seen in cornea. So most important जो यहाँ पर लाइन है वो क्या है? Copper deposition in ring form is seen. What is most likely diagnosis? So the most likely diagnosis will be option number B. It is a case of Wilson disease. ये किसका केस है? Wilson disease का. In Wilson disease you will see copper deposition and you will see this ring is located in descent membrane. Okay, descent membrane, and this ring is named as Kesher-Fletcher ring. Kesher-Fletcher ring. ओके, अगर ओनली बात करें फ्लेस्चर रिंग की तो वो किस में सीन होगी? किरेटोकोनस. किरेटोकोनस कंडीशन में कैसी रिंग शो होगी? फ्लेस्चर रिंग शो होगी, और उसमें क्या होगा? आयरन का डिपोजिशन होगा, और वो लोकेटेड कहाँ होगी? कॉर्नियल एपिथेलियम में. अगर एग्जामिनर यहाँ बोल देता कॉपर की जगह आयरन डिपोजिशन, सो अगर आयरन डिपोजिशन अगर एग्जामिनर बोल देता तो उस कंडीशन का हम नाम क्या बोलते? किरेटोकोनस, और वो उसकी लोकेशन क्या है? कॉर्नियल एपिथेलियम. विल्सन डिजीज में क्या हो रहा है? कॉपर डिपोजिशन, और ये लोकेशन कहाँ है? इसकी लोकेशन इज descent membrane. So my dear friends, this is end of our discussion. Hope you all like this discussion. All these questions are picked up from previous year questions from 2017 to 2020 of FMG. And if you feel that this video is helpful, then you have to do three things: like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more updates. And every day 4 videos are uploaded. Do watch all 4 videos. It will surely help you for upcoming exam, whether you are preparing for FMG, NEET PG, next INI set. Okay, so thanks to everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy.